What is
Rocket sauce, you weren't even close to first. What up, Hero? What up, Burger? I think I like the original more. It's about the same. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Why is the streamer streaming? Oh, true. Let me click stop streaming. How about that new killer? She looks interesting. It's not very often I get the chance to try a new killer with everybody else, so I'm playing normals on my own to get some iridescent shards so I can afford her. She doesn't look that good. And like maybe one of her perks is good. What are we reacting to? The Void documentary. Is Skong tomorrow or today? God, I hate that it's called that. Can I just say that? It's on the 5th, so Friday. Or tomorrow. It's not today. She looks good, but also not. Yeah, I'm not sure. She seems really uncounterable in certain situations and then just garbage in others. We'll have to just play against her and find out, man. So tomorrow is Silk Song Tomorrow Day? Yeah, what if instead of doing Bonanza today, I do Variety tomorrow? Because I'm not going to be able to stream the whole time today. Papanada. You know? Boom, 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 boom. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let me see. Let me double guarantee. I forgot we play as Hornet. That's pretty freaking dope, dude. Thursday, September 4th. Honestly, I should probably like pre-install this shit. Should I play on PC? I should play on PC. Because then if I love the game, I can do like randomizers and shit. I always tell myself I'm gonna get... Wait, is it even gonna be on Steam? Wait. It is gonna be on Steam. Dude, the fact that it's $20 is actually so lit. Still haven't finished Hollow Knight? Brother, it's a good game. The DLC makes it a lot better too. You could probably honestly just play Silk Song and be fine. I'm pumped to play this fucking game. Oh, there's pogoing! Let's go, there's pogoing! You wouldn't know the lore, though? There really isn't that much lore. If you really want to, you could just look up a YouTube video. Dude, the animation, like I'm looking at the Steam thing and it looks so good. I think this is, this takes place after Silk's, Hollow Knight. Stuck on the last Pantheon, and then I have that parkour place, as well as True Radiance, or whatever the final boss is called. The last Pantheon took me really long. I don't blame you at all. I did the parkour place. That shit took me like a while. I basically did all the game's content that I wanted to do. I'm super excited for more Hollow Knight music, though. I don't remember any Hollow Knight music that I actually liked. Except for the Sunken City, is that what it's called? What the fuck is the name of that place? Yeah, Rain City OST. YouTube knows what I want. City of Tears. Oh, Sisters in Battle is super good. Huh! I went through a vicious cycle of loot loss on Pantheon 5 a lot. Stop playing game, forget how to fight the bosses, then come back 5 months later and I can't do it because I forgot how. Dude, I was grinding it for super fucking long, just like mauling out about it, and then my friends came over for Christmas. And we weren't really doing anything, we were just like waiting for like midnight or whatever. Because I think it was Christmas Eve they came over. And then like midnight rolled around and we hadn't started opening gifts, but I was just doing Pantheon 5 runs and I like finally beat it. I popped off. And they had played Hollow Knight too, or like they play it. I don't think they did any of the DLC, but they were happy for me. Didn't Chippy do Pantheon 5? Probably not. He's not really a gamer, you know. Let me hear Sisters in Battle. Sisters of Battle. Okay, this is not... Wait, is it Sisters of Battle? Grim Troop is also really good. Silk Song tomorrow, yes. I hope it's as good as they've been hyping it up, man. They've been working on this game for so long, it better fuckaroni. The harder Mantis Lords battle and the more fun one. Psycho Mantis. Yeah, just imagine 3 of them and that's that fight. They all know what you're going to do. Would you imagine it ends up being like a 6 out of 10? I would cry, dude. I want to do this battle in Radiant. I did almost every boss fight in Radiant. No, I haven't, Shiro. Dun, 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 dun. .2D hack and slash platformer with Metroidvania aspects. Is that the one with Pac-Man? Honestly, I don't think it can live up to the insane hype that has been built up by now. You don't know that. Tears of the Kingdom was so underwhelming. A little bit, yeah. I played through most of that on stream, I'm pretty sure. I will say the experience of playing Tears of the Kingdom kind of like carried it. The game itself was just okay. But like I consistently played that game with like 2 other people in a call. We were all streaming to each other, trying not to watch each other's streams unless we were trying to show each other something really cool. But it was a pretty fun experience to do it like that. It's a Sega reboot? Oh, okay. I mean, I literally only just heard of it, so I don't really have any interest in getting it, Shiro. Are you gonna get it? Are you describing Velatri? Yeah, right, Rex? Or am I playing Silksong off stream or on stream? Bro, I don't know. Like, I'm going to want to play it off stream, but I'm also going to want to play it on stream. So, I might just play it on. You should do it off stream because I won't watch you for spoilies. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with doing it on stream, is that a lot of people won't watch and I won't get good viewership if I do it on stream. It's kind of the problem. Also, the problem with playing it on stream is people are going to backseat and be annoying and spoil shit. $40 hours into it by Sunday. Damn, this dude loves Hollow Knight. Alright, let us get right into it. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, you guys keep saying that there's so much build up to it that it's gonna be a letdown, but I don't feel that way at all. I'm not gonna lie. I've just kind of been patiently waiting for it, and I'm just going to enjoy it to my brain's capacity. I don't know. I think it'll be fine. Like, I don't know if everyone is as chill and like-minded as me, but I think it's, I don't know. Okay, you haven't been in the trenches losing your mind? I'm just used to it, bro. I don't know. I'm just used to waiting for games. Whatever. Alright. Today we're going to be watching a bit of a documentary together. It's going to be a fun little bonding experience. This one is called The Theory Behind Smash's Greatest Crew Battle, and it's in a documentary format, and it's mostly about my good friend Void. I love Void. I love that guy. He's a great guy. He knows a lot about what he's talking about. Unless it's about Smash Brothers, then he usually is pretty like, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't get it. But I watched the first second of this video, and I saw the Void Theory. I have no idea what that is, and one thing I know about Void in crew battles is that he hates crew battles. And it's mostly because other people don't really try during crew battles. And a lot of, the outcome of a crew battle is not, it's not entirely up to you. Unfortunately. It is what it is. Now, what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch the video. We're gonna talk about Void, and we're gonna reminisce on some crew battles. I might take over the story at some point if there's a little bit of downtime to just talk about a crew battle experience that I've had, maybe a couple of them. Let's do it.
What is the Void Theory?
Oh.
What is the Void Theory?
I don't know, and he's my best friend.
Well, first, let's start with Void.
Who is the best gamer in the world?
Let me tell you why this is not even an argument. Void has won some of the biggest tournaments in Smash Bros. Void wins the major! Multiverses.
Platform fighter.
Yes! Rivals of Ether 2.
That's me losing! No!
And Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
Yes!
And he's also cracked at lots of other games. He has a title from EVO, the world's biggest fighting game tournament.
Void and the Cat are your EVO 2022 Multiverses champions!
I like that he feels a sense of accomplishment. You know? I feel like when you're as good at video games as he is, and, you know, you're going up against, like, so many other people, and you lose a lot when you go through the process, right? So maybe that's what makes the payoff so good for him, you know? I feel like it could be pretty easy to just be good at everything and not too excited to win. But, like, I don't know. The way I talk about Void is that, and I don't know if I actually stole this directly from him. Maybe, I think he said this to me one time, but if you want to be good at something, you have to, like, fall in love with the process of learning. And that's just, like, a general term, like, the general process of learning, period. Because, like, if you don't, like, love the, like, ebb and flow, the give and take of learning and losing while learning and all that shit, then you'll never, like, you know, be good at it. Because you'll hate it, and you'll hate what you're doing, and you won't put your all into it. But he fucking loves it. You put a game in front of this guy, and he has any remote interest in it, he's going to put the time into it. And I think that's something that very, very few people have.
And of course, he's won Ludwig's Greatest Gamer competition.
Yeah!
Twice.
Round of applause for our back-to-back champion, Void.
Void is the greatest gamer in the world, and he seems unstoppable in every single way. Except there's a problem. He can't seem to crack crew battles. Crew battles are a way for more than two players, usually rivaling regions, to face off against each other. Which means if you fail in a crew battle, you don't just let yourself down, you let your whole region down.
Crew battles are bullshit.
And for whatever reason, Void seemed to struggle with them and swore them off entirely at one point. This is the story of how he redeemed himself in the greatest crew battle of all time and proved the Void Theory to actually be true. Strap in, because this is a long one, but it's worth every single second, because
That looked like he recently entered a crew battle. What don't I know?
I've spent a year researching, scripting, rewriting, and interviewing to make this video an amazing watch for you. You won't find this kind of thing anywhere else on YouTube. And I know that because at the end, I'll tell you how the production of this video was almost not even possible.
This is the craziest story I've ever covered.
We're gonna start by talking about Void and the Void Theory, and then how it relates to his home region of SoCal and their rivalry with NorCal. Then, we'll talk about how that rivalry led up perfectly to the greatest crew battle of all time, and how it completely blew away all expectations.
Everybody was so hyped, and especially the way it ended, like, you can't really ask for a better ending than that.
The Void Theory states that there is no game and no format he cannot conquer.
That's not much of a theory, but go on.
There's one kryptonite that calls that theory into question: crew battles. A crew battle is a competition between...
Well, like, when it comes to team sports like that, you can conquer it independently and be the GOAT, but it sounds like that's not what he's doing. He sucks ass in crew battles.
Between two teams of 4 to 10 players, each with 3 lives, or stocks as they're called in Smash. Each team selects one player to start off with, and those two face off one-on-one. After each game, the loser is out of the crew battle permanently and swapped out for a teammate while the winner stays. The winner's damage goes back to 0, but their stocks don't reset. So if a player loses 2 stocks in the first game, they start the next game with 1 stock, 0 damage.
I feel like most of you probably know how a crew battle works, but continue watching.
This goes until one team loses by running out of players. It's very common for 2 rivaling regions to face off in a crew battle as a true clash of regional pride.
See, crew battles used to be really cool because, like, there was a lot more, as he said, regional pride. I used to love that I was from New England, and I used to be very proud that I was the #1 in New England at whatever time crew battles were popular. So whenever people were like, all right, New England versus Tri-State, New England versus, I don't know, whatever, anything, East Coast versus West Coast, USA versus Japan, I was like always down for those. And I'd even be a little bit sad if I like wasn't like good enough to participate, whether because better players were there or I just wasn't good enough at the time. But I feel like nowadays, like, there's just so many crew battles that it's lost its luster super hard, and I just don't care to try in crew battles anymore. I don't have that regional pride, and I'm also at the point where most of the reason I go to tournaments is to hang out with people, and, you know, I'm there for the experience. So you can't, like, I don't even want to sit down there for like 1 hour and do a crew battle because I'd rather do something else. And most of the time there's nothing on the line. There's no money. There's no prize. It's just pride. Why no pride? I mean, my region doesn't fuck with me. I don't care. I used to like love everyone that was like a part of the region, you know? Like when I was getting good, these are the same people I grew up with, you know? But like now, everyone who is in the Smash scene, that I don't know them. They don't know me. It's just a part of growing old. There's no reason to be sad about it. What's my new region? The Mashers. That's you guys.
Void lives in and represents Southern California. But the last time he put SoCal on his back was in 2018 during a crew battle between the East Coast and the West Coast, which was mostly SoCal because that's where all the best West Coast players were at the time. Void was number 11 in the world and by far the best player on his team. He was matched against the 5th best player on the opposing team, MVD, who wasn't even in the global top 30.
Sheesh.
Void was expected to destroy him and probably take out another player afterward, but that is not how it went. Void was the one getting destroyed, only taking 1 stock and losing all 3 of his. SoCal ended up losing the crew battle by 5 stocks, which is quite a bit, but if Void had performed as expected, his team would have won. Maybe the pressure of letting his region down was too much for him. Maybe he didn't feel the regional pride since he's actually originally from Hawaii. Maybe something
Old baby Void.
else. But whatever it was, he let SoCal down and wouldn't represent SoCal in another crew battle. Until, well, we'll get back to that later. First, a brief history of the SoCal-NorCal rivalry.
I think there's always been somewhat of a rivalry because, you know, usually when you think of your ranked players in a region, it's usually by state. So, like, you have top 10 in Texas, you have top 10 in New York, top 10 in Jersey, whatever state. California doesn't really work like that, right? We don't have a unified California top 10. We have NorCal top 20, top 10, and SoCal top 20. Usually when people talk about California Smash, they usually think about either NorCal or SoCal.
I'm usually thinking SoCal because SoCal was like the only relevant region for Smash 4.
This rivalry dates back over 20 years to when the top 2 players were Ken from SoCal and Reciferous from NorCal. In their first encounter, Ken would bring triumph to SoCal first by beating Reciferous in a $200 money match,
Sheesh.
$200 that he didn't even have.
Sheesh, that's raw.
And then he beat him in a tournament, claiming the undisputed title of the King of Smash. This marked the start of SoCal's dominance in the rivalry, which would continue for 15 years. And the length of that reign was all because of an organization called 2GG.
Hell yeah.
At their peak, 2GG hosted regional level tournaments every week and major tournaments every month. This was unheard of. Top and high level players were flying in and out of SoCal all the time, giving the locals some of the best practice in the world on
Yeah, that's the only reason California was good.
a monthly basis, and it showed. Check this out. At the end of 2018, the new Smash game released, which basically killed Smash 4. So Panda Global released a ranking of the top 100 Smash 4 players of all time. NorCal had just 1 player on the list, whereas SoCal
Of all time? Where am I? Am I not? Surely I'm on this. I was on like every ranking, bro. Where am I? Where am I? I'm in there somewhere. You just have to trust me.
Had a staggering 11. Smash 4 was truly the golden age of SoCal. However, there was something around the corner that
16?
4
Oh, I'm way at the top. I didn't look up there.
was truly the golden age of SoCal.
Better than ECM. Get fucked, get fucked, get fucked, get fucked.
However, there was something around the corner that could change everything. Genesis is often called the Super Bowl of Smash, and it's held in Northern California. Genesis 6 in January 2019 was Smash Ultimate's first Super Major, which is the highest prestige a tournament can have. With home field advantage and the fresh slate of a brand new game, it was the perfect chance for NorCal to change the narrative. But then, this guy showed up.
And yep, that is light.
I forgot he tore it up. He's gaming at Genesis. Dropping a game to Eric.
Let's cut to
L.
top 64. SoCal has 6 players still in, most of which are in winner's bracket. NorCal only has 5 left, only one of which
I forgot about Shaky. I hope he's doing well.
is in winners, and
Klaatu
he
as well.
immediately gets knocked into the loser's bracket. Slowly but surely, every single player here gets eliminated on the way to top 16, except for Void in winner's bracket and Kurama in loser's bracket. Kurama was a young prodigy at the time, and NorCal's last hope. But in the first round of top 16, he also fell.
Rip Larry.
And Void, well, he's just getting started.
Facing the edge. Boyd, you're nuts! You're nuts! All things have been going his way. Let's see if from landing, and he just goes for the drop zone.
Sheesh!
Closing.
Oh, he played Wolf in that tournament?
Coming out in the crowd. Oh, and he catches him with the down smash.
That shit would not kill after the nerfs.
Just so much of the things about Pichu. Pichu is actually technically stronger as he
Bro, I remember when I heard Void had to play Esam and Pichu versus Pikachu. And mind you, Esam was the best Pikachu since like Brawl at this point. So I'm like, okay, if Void does this, he's kind of the GOAT, right? He beats him in Rat versus Rat combat. And he does do it. Void does win this match. I'm like, what a fucking Giga Chad. I was so happy for him.
See, almost a KO from center stage at like 7%. 100% sees that into let's trap situation. Ford gets the roll in! And start for the last couple of games. And here he goes.
Jeez.
Good up there, actually. Waits a little bit, but he's have a skip. My goodness! Wow! We saw the KO there.
Dude, he's kind of toasting him.
I didn't expect to get this far. That was my back.
For the low angle, side B still can catch. He's a small body. Oh, yeah! He got a little bit underneath the stage to get your opponent to whoops. But down they go. Oh, 1 second! Okay, that's all you gotta say. You can get sent. Forget about those, man. That's all. Oh, is it? Oh, 37% on him right now. And there's the up throw. Boy, waits. Train. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
That shit would, that F tilt would not kill this patch.
That's it. That's it. All right, back down to the stage. Oh, still enough. Not yet. Enough to shoot early. Oh! He's done. Yeah. That's kind of necessary to get away from that thunder. There it is. The down to reverse back.
They're going to wait that her to come in. You know how confident Epico is on Pichu as well as the strong combo game.
Old Smash Ultimate looks so funny.
Boyd closes this one out. 3-1.
Walking over to his opponent, getting that, and wait a second.
Is it done?
That's it. That's it.
Ladies, this is a good spot for Boyd. Tries to hesitate on pulling the trigger.
Uh-oh, safe stuff right here. Eptil's instead of committing super hard. Oh!
Did he
The
survive?
reset! It is. There it is.
Luckily for Boy, he's gonna have to take this.
He needs this. He needs this loose. But,
Oh, okay.
a
Get
little,
off me.
just a frame off right there.
I don't know if there's enough Let's Go Void chance in the world right now that can save this man.
The only player that could stop him was MKLeo, the GOAT of Smash Ultimate, during the most dominant year of his career. With this showing, SoCal seemed on top of the world, but it was a castle built on quicksand. After Pichu got heavily nerfed a few months later,
Mind you, remember Void told me that he didn't even like playing Pichu. Just want to throw it out there. He didn't even want to play Pichu. He was just playing it.
Void would fall from number 9 in the world to 38, and then slowly drop Pichu for Sheik. Over the next 4 years, every single top player that made SoCal seem like one of the best regions in the world would either fall off skill-wise or stop competing seriously, which would eventually include Void as well. This is where he exits our story.
It's like, he became a content creator. He was focusing on the longevity of his career. It's not like he quit because of the nerves.
For now. While SoCal started to crumble, NorCal was triumphing. For the first time in 3 years, a Northern Californian claimed a spot in the global top 50, Kurama at number 37. And then in the latter half of 2019, NorCal would get another player in the top 50, Luis at number 39. This was huge, because in Smash 4, NorCal only ever had one player make top 50 during the game's entire lifespan. These two players would become absolute titans over the next few years. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Luis became a top 10 player online, and offline he ranked top 15 in North America and number 32 in the world. Kurama would make his first big splash at Frostbite in early 2020 by beating the one player that Void couldn't, MK Leo in his prime. Let me put into perspective.
And then Leo would go on the most ballerific run of his entire career. Thank you, Prodigy, for that free W.
How monumental this win was. After losing
I don't think Void ever beat Leo in this game.
To Kurama, MK Leo would win the whole tournament in what is considered the greatest losers run of all time. He beat the other 3 players in the global top 4, got 4 more wins on top 10 players,
what the heck?
and 3 more wins on top 30 players, all without losing a single set besides his loss to Kurama. 3 years later, Kurama would be officially ranked number 11 globally. While NorCal's top talent was on the rise, SoCal was struggling to replace their rapidly retiring top players. The final nail in the coffin was when 2GG disbanded in October 2021, ending the tournaments that made SoCal great. At almost the
I'm gonna be right back. I'm feeling a little nauseous, I'm not gonna lie. What do you guys want to watch? You know what? You guys can just skip ahead of me.
the exact same time, a new venue and tournament series popped up in NorCal.
Honestly, one of the best venues for a tournament, in my opinion. It's run really well, most aesthetic. They have the commentators up in like a booth, up like with a glass windows overlooking the venue, huge space, food, drinks.
Guildhouse would do for NorCal almost exactly what 2GG did for SoCal. With the end of 2GG and the dissolving of the old guard, it was up to SoCal's new guard to carry on the torch. At the beginning of 2023, SoCal's new #1 player was Chase, a rapidly improving Wi-Fi warrior. It was early in his career, but he already showed signs of promise.
The San Diego native will take first prize at the Arcadian, $15,000.
He had just won the main stage Arcadian, a huge tournament that barred globally ranked players from entering, which nonetheless had hundreds of players and lots of rising talent. He was now SoCal's only top player. It's January 2023. Time for Genesis 9.
Genesis is something very, very special that brings everybody together.
In Genesis, of course, is one of probably 2 Super Bowls of Smash-esque tournaments. One of the only times that you're going to get all of California in one spot.
Because it's nearly impossible to synchronize the schedules of 20 players and get half of them to travel to another region, a crew battle with 10 of the best players from 2 regions is so incredibly rare, which is why Genesis and this crew battle was so special. And I'll get to exactly how stacked this crew battle is in a second, and trust me, it's more than you could possibly expect. On top of that, emotions were riding high, since SoCal was considered the all-time better half of the state, and NorCal was considered the better half right now. SoCal believed in their unproven new guard and wanted to take back the crown.
Yeah, I thought SoCal was going to wipe the floor. I didn't think it was going to be close.
Throughout all the swings of the crew battle, the crowd was going crazy.
Dude, that crowd was wild.
You could tell who was gaining ground just based on whether your left or right eardrum was getting blown out.
Literally, the room was pretty much divided in two. SoCal was like pretty much on the left, NorCal was on the right, and so you just had like this back and forth, like wedding style chanting going on, which was so funny.
By the very end, no one knew what to expect, and something happened that shocked everyone. These were the lineups of the...
Okay, I got some water and I stepped outside. We're good.
It's January 2023. Tournaments that made SoCal great. At almost the exact same time, a new venue and tournament series popped up in NorCal.
Honestly, one of the best venues for a tournament, in my opinion. It's run really well, most aesthetic. They have the commentators up in like a booth, up like with a glass windows overlooking the venue, huge
Love
space,
Guildhouse.
food, drinks.
Guildhouse would do for NorCal almost exactly what 2GG did for SoCal. With the end of 2GG and the dissolving of the old guard, it was up to SoCal's new guard to carry on the torch. At the beginning of 2023,
He's SoCal?
SoCal's new #1 player was Chase, a rapidly improving Wi-Fi warrior. It was early in his career, but he already showed signs of promise.
The San Diego native will take first prize at the Arcadian, $15,000.
He had just won the main stage Arcadian, a huge tournament that barred globally ranked players from entering, which nonetheless had hundreds of players and lots of rising talent. He was now SoCal's only top player. It's January 2023. Time for Genesis 9.
Genesis is something very, very special that brings everybody together.
In Genesis, of course, like, is one of probably 2 Super Bowls of Smash-esque tournaments. One of the only times that you're going to get all of California in one spot.
Because it's nearly impossible to synchronize the schedules of 20 players and get half of them to travel to another region, a crew battle with 10 of the best players from 2 regions is so incredibly rare, which is why Genesis and this crew battle was so special. And I'll get to exactly how stacked this crew battle is in a second, and trust me, it's more than you could possibly expect. On top of that, emotions were riding high, since SoCal was considered the all-time better half of the state, and NorCal was considered the better half right now. SoCal believed in their unproven new guard and wanted to take back the crown.
Yeah, I thought SoCal was gonna wipe the floor. I didn't think it was gonna be close.
Throughout all the swings of the crew battle, the crowd was going crazy.
Dude, that crowd was wild.
You could tell who was gaining ground just based on whether your left or right eardrum was getting blown out.
Literally, the room was pretty much divided in two. SoCal was like pretty much on the left, NorCal was on the right, and so you just had like this back and forth, like wedding style chanting going on, which was so funny.
By the very end, no one knew what to expect, and something happened that shocked everyone.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure I was here for this. And I'm pretty sure I remember Void being like, yeah, I got a crew battle dude. I was like, you're weird for that, man, but okay.
These were the lineups of the crew battle, in order of their ratings. To get a sense of how stacked this was, look at the top 10 ranked players from each region's power ranking. Those 20 players had a combined rating of 23,500, and the 20 players in this crew battle have a combined rating of 25,500. That's right. This crew battle was more stacked than each region's power ranking, because you have to make certain attendance requirements to be ranked, which means there were top players from each region that showed up to this crew battle, but didn't show up enough to their local tournaments to meet ranking requirements.
That's me.
That's how insane
having
the talent in this crew battle was. And so, the battle begins. SoCal sends out their 4th best player, AC, against NorCal's 9th best player, Luisito. At the top is the number of remaining stocks on both sides, and underneath, I'm keeping track of the remaining combined rating of each side.
Percent lead like the whole game, but he's gonna die at 90.
Oh, that's
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll give you a stock here and there. I'm just trying to build up rage. What?
Let's go.
Dude, the worst thing you can have happen in a crew battle is start off with a -3. Like this. One of the worst feelings in the world.
Win the game. Hey, that's still a win con. 400.
Okay.
Hey, up till a traditional fighting game.
Oh, he lands right on it.
What? Goes.
his teammates a chance to play. I respect Luisito for that. What a nice guy. There we go. There's the fair. He could have finished it at any time he wanted. He just chose. He's like, you know what? I don't need all these stocks.
AC, right, had a really good record versus every Mario and was kind of like our Kurama counter, and they threw him up first. And he immediately lost. Like,
it was horrible. I mean, AC is one of our stronger players and was one of our stronger players at the time and came with a lot of experience as well. So
sources say Peckham is a cool guy.
Sending him in first, I think, was the right decision. Luisito, just because I was a newer player, I would say I was more unfamiliar with him. But now I'm very familiar. But at the time, I was more unfamiliar. So when it started and Luisito beat AC, I didn't have the best feeling. And then obviously we're in NorCal, so the crowd was going mental.
Down there, you're no prophet. Everyone knows that. Let's go! Hey. Insulting Luisito for being too patient a second ago. Oh, okay, fine. Luisito didn't want that. He doesn't want the stock. He got enough. He got 4. He doesn't want to be greedy. So the counter pick here to Tyrank's Lucina is the probably the best Wii Fit in the world. That is
You're doing Wii Fit into Lucina? I think it's a terrible idea. What the heck?
I think it's actually just conditioning.
Oh, see, conditioning, baby. Run up, instant, shield breaker. Baron is rolling around in his graves right now.
Every single matchup was kind of a, I don't want to say a matchup check, but it felt like you're seeing a character specialist versus somebody who may or may not have any idea how to play that character. And so I think a lot of
I do appreciate the character variety for California, though, I gotta say.
Cal got taken very off guard.
It happens sometimes.
The Nair second hit. You ate Tyrank.
I'm just saying, you got hit by the bad coverage. What does that make you guys?
Okay, fair enough.
But getting onto this, another.
There we go.
Yeah, Arsene up air. Arsene up air.
It's so funny. Chase came up to me because I believe Chase was our captain at that point. He came up to me and asked, "How'd you feel against Wii Fit? How'd you feel against Wii Fit?" Like the crowd was loud too, so
very Chase thing
he
to
was like shouting in my ear basically. And I was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm fine." It's like, yeah, I feel confident. Yeah, I'm ready to go. But I was terrified.
We have my actual dad up there, Peckham.
My name's Peckham, originally from Scotland. I'm a Min player from California, and I'm very, very old.
I'm very old.
2-frame. Wow, he's still living? Okay. He's gonna be dead. Yeah, look, even with my NorCal
well,
bias, I couldn't pretend he was gonna live through that recovery.
I feel like I also had a lot to prove or a lot of doubt because I primarily played Wi-Fi for so long and I really had limited offline experience as well. So
there is a ghost in the cabinet.
I got matched up against him. I didn't think I was going to do right.
Lucky California meta seems so much more fun than my shitty Ohio local scene. Dude, I'm pretty sure it's all like polluted by me players now. At least California. At least I'm pretty sure. So don't take my word for it. Just do your own research.
Well, with the rivalry that NorCal and SoCal has, I didn't want to be the reason that we fell further behind since we're already down by 1 stock, I believe. I felt pretty comfortable when Spot came up to the stage, but also, like I said, it's a lot of pressure, so anything can really happen.
Good Spot too. Like, that's the thing. He can't get in at all. He's gonna need a minecart again.
Okay, he does die there.
Big lead.
Blood, baby. Where's your guys' mats though? That's the thing. That's the issue here.
Where's our what?
Your mats.
Oh, mats. Yeah, he has none. It doesn't matter. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's the Nair you were talking about, the legendary Peckham Nair. Never before seen. This is the first.
I'm just saying, Peckham's the type of guy to say, I will not try to do anything super crazy. I will just sit here and R.
Yeah, Peckham still has like 2 stocks at this point. All right, Peckham is the GOAT. He is handsome. He is going to save us in this crew battle.
Still pretty good. I feel like you want to at least take 3. Like you want to like do your job.
Yeah, taking 3 stocks is doing your job in a crew battle, in my humble opinion.
So taking 4, that's like a benefit, if anything, kind of.
When you take 4, you're like, okay, everything else here is extra credit, and then you start playing insanely well.
You know, chipped away at the deficit. So I felt really good about that. I felt like I'd done my job. Like the pressure had like fallen off my shoulders, and yeah, we can get back to like our stronger players to like take the lead from them.
But then Luis came to the stage.
Oh my god, yeah, I already knew I lost for multiple reasons. But I played Luis so many times on Wi-Fi, and I already knew how it went. I think I'd beaten him once on Wi-Fi, and I probably like kicked my router or something like that, and that's probably why I won. But yeah, I didn't expect to take any stocks. He's like super good at the matchup. He's super good at exploiting habits.
It's gone. That's unfortunate. Wow, that was a great warp call out with that up smash by Peckham. Wait, who am I rooting for right now? Oh my god.
Hey,
let's go, Luis! fine, because he knows he doesn't need to do anything fancy. He's got this game. Down tilt bear. Yeah, good DI from Peckham to avoid the down tilt bear, but it doesn't matter. Jump from left.
But getting on stream right now is T3 Dom, everybody's favorite.
They're putting Dom on versus Palu?
I'm just
what do
gonna
they
say
know
the reason why Dom's gonna miss his combos is because he plays a hard character. It's not his fault that he plays a hard character, but fantastic. Look at that down smash.
Oh, Luis jumped right into that holy water. That's unfortunate. Luis will clean it up here. Yeah, here's the nair. That was an amazingly spaced nair. He knows the diagonal, and that's gonna be it. Yep, easy stock for Luis. Yeah,
lets Luis live a lot of the time.
Chase, what were you cooking?
Hey, he's living this. Look at that. He slowed down his momentum with the down beat.
It didn't do anything. 158 on Luis. These F tilts are eventually going to kill him.
Watch out for the grab, too.
It's working. I mean, two stocks. He's on 3 now.
I feel like the rolls are like almost always covered by Dom. Like Luis earlier on.
Holy audio
he was pretty
delay.
dejected after when he came down. But that's Dom. Dom's like very, very good, and I feel like he holds himself to a high standard, so he probably expected to take more, which is crazy to think because he was going up against like minimum like a top 50 player.
Taking 2 Luis stocks is a huge Dubsky. What is he upset about?
And he's disappointed that he took 2 stocks in like an even match.
Louis Money, I mean, definitely did his job in taking out not only 2 of our best players in Dom and Peckham, but 2 of our only real matchup check characters, right?
So, who are SoCal sending in now?
We're sending in Kless.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I can't really deny that.
I feel like Terry's a good.
And I feel like when I watch Luis in region play against
take
like,
one stock
like,
character.
Josh, yeah, there's the
Never mind.
Smash Bros Ultimate, but these 2 are playing neutral.
I would have gotten bored and gotten hit by everything. I would have ran in.
What the?
Oh my God! The reset, the American reset.
That was like 3 resets into. So it looks like we sent in Sauganza. So this is our other Game & Watch. It's really fun. A lot of the times I'll commentate it, but it'll be like with someone who has the same like biases as me. It's really fun to get. Okay, this is gonna be a kill. It's really fun to get to be on with someone who has like the opposite bias. It's just Clutch should be dead, and now I'm scared because he's got go. And Clutch should be very dead. And that's the chair coming out, and he's still not dead. What is going on? Okay, he's dead. He's dead.
He lost his try. Hey, check the setups. Check the setups real fast.
Sauganza just took the stock lead back for NorCal and then did this.
Hit the 9.
Yeah, fantastic job from Sauganza.
Nair off the ledge.
I'm just gonna say, Kless is gonna clean this.
The fuck kind of editing?
Yeah, it was horrible, and then obviously it was popping off.
Dude, crew battle emotions, they do go high. You gotta. It's a fun crowd to be a part of when you have emotional stakes in there.
Game & Watch, and then that feels even worse.
Things are not looking good for SoCal. They're getting styled on.
Bro, Chase is already sitting down. He's like, all right, I gotta beat Game & Watch ass. Let's go.
They're down by 2 stocks, and NorCal still has Kurama in the back. So SoCal tries to swing things back in their favor by putting out SoCal's Golden Boy.
Who do you think they're gonna send out next? Who do you think SoCal's sending out next?
Oh, it looks like Chase is gonna step up to bat.
Oh, it's Chase. Okay, hold on.
I like when people throw out their heavy hitters not last. I feel like that's usually a good strategy, is to use your best player as a counter pick and not just an anchor, you know? Some players I think are genuinely better at being anchors, but like I feel like most of the time you're better off just being like, all right, go in there and take 6 stocks, bro. We need the lead.
He's finally had enough.
The best player, but I think Chase is unbelievable.
Neutral got him into immediate down smash out of desperation. I personally wouldn't go for it myself, but
that's why you're up here, not down there. I'm gonna say that.
Oh.
Okay.
Alright, messing around a little bit.
What the? Who gets chaired like that?
He's not doing anything. Wait, actually beats it?
Okay.
Chase takes Sauganza's 2 stocks while only losing 1. But then came out MFA, the 5th best player in NorCal's lineup, and he did this.
My experience, NorCal has like a weird thing. We have like 5 different Olimars, 10 Game & Watches. If you wanted to upgrade this thing like so badly, why not? Oh, you're trying to go for it?
Chase only takes 3 or 4.
We got purple and okay.
I don't even need to think back, but I know that Chase was probably pissed.
Yeah.
But MFA cleaned up, and it looked bad.
I'm sure we were all probably cheering him on and celebrating that we got like a NorCal player off the stage, but he probably didn't care. He probably like shoot us away. So like our strongest player took 3.
So like he took 3 stocks, and the MFA stock is definitely valuable, but not the sort of run we were expecting or hoping for from him for sure.
NorCal already had the rating advantage, but now they're leading in stocks as well, and they still have the number 11 player in the world. And SoCal just lost its only ace.
But yeah, when Chase went down, yeah, I did not feel comfortable.
Chase is always
And
pissed?
MFA
Yeah,
is,
but he's hilarious
very,
when he's
very
pissed.
good. So who are we going to counterpick?
Love playing randoms with him because he's just a passionate Mulder.
MFA with.
Oh, people are freaking out. I think people are definitely realizing that, okay, well, we need something, and we kind of need it now.
It was time for SoCal to bring out its dirty little secret.
Sending the big man. Sending the big man. Big cheater. Yeah, we're sending Nito.
Wait, what? Nito's a cheater?
Kazuya.
Well, kinda. And it's all because of
Box
this controller.
Oh my.
Which is perfectly legal, but Nito was the first one to implement Boxia at a high level, which is when you
Boxia.
play Kazuya with a box-style controller instead of a standard gamepad controller. You might notice this controller doesn't have a stick. You do stick inputs with specific button combinations. Electric Wind Godfist is hands down the best combo move in the entire game because it puts you in so much hit stun that it looks like it came from Smash 64. Like, seriously, this is a true combo.
He needs it.
It's balanced by forcing you to do a frame-perfect input with your joystick, which is actually pretty hard to do consistently in the heat of a moment in a real game. However, if you've rolled your fingers on a desk out of boredom, congratulations, you can EWGF every single time. This is controversial to say the least, and Nito is about to show you exactly why.
Do you guys think Box Kazuya should be banned? Like, low-key, I don't know, man. It's kind of a cheap controller to be using, you know?
Yeah.
Aimbot.
Yep.
Okay, I take like Evans, we are not at a Nito barbecue when he is cooking right now. Hey, getting tossed up.
Slam dunk.
Crowd went fucking crazy because obviously you got Kazuya.
Actually, it does make sense.
Mine is probably the most comfortable, but you guys probably have to
Slam dunk.
Nothing to help you.
That's what he
2-0 to dev, man. That's the whole point of Box. Oh, that's 30%.
That might be it. That hit is really bad. He's not gonna make it. And it looks like he's cheating.
Having so much trouble finding a kill. All right, Tornado does it. Doesn't hit. Oh, drops the combo.
Slam dunk.
Life, but that's gonna be taken away.
Dude, he's taking so many shots. He's boosting.
Now we're up by 2 now, so I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. Era, so funny. That guy, I love Era. That guy's a legend.
Forcing all these interactions, and Era's gonna find a kill. One stock left for the Mishima Menace.
My last local, my round 1 was PR'd Box Kazuya.
Really determined.
Was it this guy? It might have been this guy.
And he was like very animated in his seat, so I feel like Neo would have noticed that too. Like he was probably getting a wee bit tilted by what was happening.
Get back to the box.
That's gonna be it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and he lived?
What happened?
You lose the stock for... You lose the stock for pausing, Brody.
Wait. The setup actually disconnected.
I think Era popped off so hard he disconnected the switch from the monitor, causing the screen to go black.
Yeah, he probably just like stomped his feet super hard and it like pulled the switch out of the dock for like half a second, which caused the screen to go black, which is your fault. So you lose the stock.
Yeah, that was a big controversy because everyone on SoCal was yelling, Era bumped the table, he disconnected. Everyone else was like, dude, Nito disconnected the controller so he couldn't recover. Like, somebody had it on video. Somebody had the video and went back and is like, okay, you can see Era bumping the table. I don't know if it was on stream and they were able to go back or if somebody in the crowd had the video.
But yeah, everyone was on Neo's side at that time. And I know that Neo sometimes like feels like SoCal doesn't have his back. So I think that was nice for him that all of SoCal were cheering for him. When you're playing against Kazuya, you hate him, but when you're cheering for Kazuya, especially in the crew battle, oh, you're going crazy. Like, do all the bullshit that you want to do.
Dude, he's taking so many stocks.
I'm pretty sure even people that weren't SoCal or NorCal were like cheering for him at that point. So yeah, that had to feel good.
Yeah, the person,
Nito
the Steve player,
has now taken 8 stocks, swinging things back in SoCal's favor. But NorCal still has their best player, so that is exactly who they send out. This is a current top 15 player in the world, with 3 stocks versus someone with 1 stock.
This should show you just how broken Kazuya is, because I already know Naito's about to take like 2.
Who has never even made top 100. All Kurama has to do is take 1 stock before losing a stock, and his damage will get reset back to 0 with 3 full stocks. But then, this happens.
Kazuya Mishima
wins. Why are we on that, bro?
Nito has Rage Art. This is very scary. With that up air, he is most definitely
slam dunk.
Armor through that.
That is going to be another stock for Nito. Nito kind of running away with this.
Oh, he wanted to style on him with that hell sweep.
Nito actually got the flash spark from that, but it wasn't quite good enough.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna do it.
Yep. What did I say? Yep.
And Nito's
Yep.
gonna take
He's gonna take
stock.
2. Yep.
This is looking incredibly bad for.
Oh my.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. All right, Junior got this.
Crowd's going fucking crazy, like dapping Neo up.
Bro took 10
did more
stocks.
than his job, got the whole crowd hyped up, brought SoCal together.
Now, SoCal finally has the rating lead, and more than twice as many stocks as NorCal.
I felt at that point, I was like, we won.
To close it out, SoCal
Where does
sends out
Void
their
come in?
second best
The heck?
player, Monte. But things didn't go as expected.
That was probably the biggest surprise of the crew battle, was Monty getting sent in and just not being able to close it out. Everybody was
Dude,
shocked.
imagine being Monty here, where like the last guy that you just sent in took like 10 stocks, and you show up and get fucked.
And everybody was also just like, oh no.
Oh my God, this is so frustrating. How do you deal with this? Oh, Kurama's gonna get a stock? Wait, hold on.
Uh-oh.
I
One
think
back
that
air away.
Nerds perhaps got the best of him. And I just remember seeing like a lot of like panic options, like he was up being a lot and daring a lot.
Crazy. Oh, he's gonna get that skill.
Trolling.
Monty not taking a single stock was wild.
And I remember actually being in the crowd and like, I still wasn't totally dejected at this point. I was like, it's like, it's fine. We got Zenyu.
Dare kills that early. Dare's broken, bro.
He's discovered the beat.
Zenyu.
It's over. Oh, he waited a little bit too long.
Excellent CI from Zen. He's not going to die at 143. Me personally, I would die there. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
See, promise.
Can he get the
He's
kill?
Marioing so hard right
He's not
now.
going to do it, but that's a lot of damage.
Yep. Yeah, and that's kind of the thing about this matchup, right?
Oh, he's going to
got
snipe
him.
the double jump, and that's going to...
And then Nesboy 12 comes out. Oh my God, we were not ready for Nesboy 12.
Sure enough, like we're like, okay, we're what, 5 stocks to 3 at this point? No problem. Zenyu just take a stock, maybe 2. We'll send in Marco, clean it up, no problem.
But then when he sent in Nesboy and I see what that guy does, I felt not comfortable at all because
This dude's a freak. I'm not gonna lie, this guy is an absolute freak with Ness.
He was like a very like fundamentally like strong player, plays the game that probably most people want to see it be played, and then doesn't deal with any bullshit. So if you bring out stuff against him, like
Playing the Ditto against someone objectively better has got to be terrifying. I've never done it before, so
DLC, like
I've always
Kazuya
been the guy who's
limits,
better.
I feel like he doesn't deal very well with that. But when you bring out a Ness player who knows like every magnet string and has labbed every scenario and has like got a touch of death for every hit that he gets, yeah, I was not prepared for that at all.
We didn't really have a super strong Ness in SoCal.
I don't think Zenyu was prepared for it either. I think he was just getting hit by some wild shit. And I'm pretty sure he like cleaned him up very fast.
I don't think this has anything to do with
was-
Void anymore.
At this point, like,
Not gonna
I
lie.
felt so comfortable that we were going to win, and now NorCal's going crazy. Oh my god, and we had such a humongous lead, and Neo put in such an effort to like get us to that point, and now we're back to even, and
Sheesh.
the crowd is totally on NorCal's side. Like,
Are we gonna
Now it's
really
just a
lose
normal
this? It's
match.
coming down to our last 1v1, very hype. but
Maybe
very
Void wasn't in this crew battle. I
and
totally
like, I'm
misremembered which
pretty
crew
sure
battle it
we
was.
did not know who we were going to send at this point.
Before I explain what in the world he's on about, if you've made it this far, you're hopefully enjoying the video. So maybe I've earned a like or subscribe in your eyes. It is the best way to support the channel, plus it's easy and free, and you can undo it later. It really does go a long way, so it's much appreciated. Alright, back to the video.
And the SoCal corner is definitely freaking out, like, who do we send in? And they're like, we send in Marco. And Marco's like, I don't know if I can do it versus Ness.
Or we've been talking behind the scenes of who we're going to bring in, and we were asking if he wanted to go up. And I don't think anyone in the crowd knew it was going to be.
No one really knew it was there.
Someone from the SoCal camp saw a spectator lurking in the back of the Guildhouse venue. It was Void.
Oh shit.
The legend that began this story was seemingly SoCal's last hope. Almost against his will, they pulled him up and begged.
Bro was definitely out at the bar drinking with his friends, playing Rivals or just like some board game out in the corner, and they're like, listen, we need a favor. You're a SoCal player, right? How do you feel against Ness? He was just like, I'm down.
You gotta win this for SoCal. Everyone's like, yeah, like when he went out there, the entire crowd like lost it, especially the SoCal side. It's like, okay, this is our ace in the hole. No one knew we had, like even us.
That's interesting. So they said they only had Marvelous Marco there in the roster, but I guess they might have had more people there that they can counterpick with in the pocket. So like it's a 10v10, but there's like 13 people there, so a handful of people don't play.
So they brought Void in, and at this point, Void hadn't really been competing seriously. He'd kind of gone full streamer mode, and so he wasn't really playing or streaming Ultimate.
Bro, haven't even unraveled
Genesis
his
kind of the first event he showed up to in a long time.
Please, Void, don't get cheese. Please play your cheat.
Joker!
Oh, we went Joker? What a chance.
Shonen, but ignoring that, getting into the match. 3 stocks.
Okay.
SoCal's last hope, NorCal's last hope. We're gonna see how this goes.
I still felt confident, but then he picked Joker, and I felt less confident because I'd never seen Void play Joker. I'd only known him as like the Sheik player.
He is campaign.
The initial reaction was like, oh, he's throwing.
He's all raw, real content. That's what the people want. Okay.
At this point, NorCal is going f***ing nuts. They have just taken 8 stocks in a row while only losing 1. Going from being down 4 to 10
He is
to
trolling.
being up
He
3
is
to 2.
trolling. No.
And the SoCal crowd was silent. NorCal crowd was going crazy. It was looking really bad. Especially like Ness is not a character you can usually make a comeback like that versus.
Despite everything that Void had gone through, the ups and downs, and focusing on content creation in other games, the words of Peckham rang true.
One thing I do remember fondly is that guy just, as a competitor, and you talk about like a professional or like someone that really like honed their craft, dude, he was so calm. I just remember like him like sitting down, he's like chewing gum, he's like completely like focused on the screen.
I don't give a fuck.
The guy didn't,
he's not there.
No.
This is a guy who has no regional pride. He's the same as me. He doesn't care. They were just like, on last legs. They pulled the Jeopardy landline, and we're just. I'd like to phone a friend. Void.
For the whole time that he was up on that stage.
I mean, okay, the reason I know that he's at least been playing, that Void's been playing the game at least a little bit, but Nesboy plays this game a lot, and the grind really showing.
Oh!
Wait.
Oh!
Wait!
Nesboy's gonna get hit with uppy, and he's gonna die at 40.
That was the best possible thing that could happen for SoCal, and now
That is
NorCal is possibly in shambles.
And Arsene is about to be on deck. This could be very bad for
yeah.
Noel.
Oh,
This is good.
he's gonna take.
You don't fuck with a veteran, bro. You don't fuck with a veteran. Who are you naring? Who are you naring up here?
He's gonna take.
Who's he naring?
Incredibly big throw.
And Void is gonna seal it out with the up air. SoCal takes it. SoCal wins.
Oh man.
That's really funny.
That was insane. What was the craziest part to you? Let me know in the comments. I read all of them. The craziest part to me is how this video almost didn't happen. That's because the whole video revolves around the recording of the crew battle itself, but you can't find it anywhere. You can search all you want, you won't find it. So when I set out to make this video in late 2023, I thought it was dead in the water. After way too much searching, I decided to message Bobak, the head TO of Genesis. but his
My
DMs
YouTube
are
comments?
closed
Very
on
rarely.
Discord and Twitter. So another dead end, I guess. But I was actually in a 3-way group chat with him and a commentator named Jet for a completely unrelated reason. So I added Bobak in the group chat to ask him about it. And he tried to help me, but it was to no avail. Jet saw my messages in the group chat and tried to help too by pointing me in the direction of someone else who might have it, but that was also a dead end. Then, Jet mentions that he saves a lot of the recordings of his commentary, but Jet didn't commentate this crew battle. But then I got this message. That's right. The one person that happened to have a full recording of this crew battle, by a miraculous stroke of luck, happened to be in the group chat where I asked a completely different person, which I had to use because I had no other way of contacting Bobak. He didn't even commentate it. He just showed up at the end in his beautiful Mario suit and he still saved it. So huge thanks to Jet for making this video possible. And huge thanks to the people I interviewed for this video, and huge thanks to you for watching to the very end.
Hell yeah. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Crew battles. Don't we all love crew battles? There are a lot of timeless crew battles in the world. Do you guys remember Civil War? That was a tournament. It was a good time. It was a good tournament. I top 8'd that tournament. You know what else? You know what else happened in that tournament? The crew battle. For $10,000. Each player gets $1,000. Yup. 10v10 crew battle. On final Sunday. I took like 4 or 5 stocks. I did more than I was asked for. Remember? It was 2 stocks. Smash 4 was 2 stocks. Everyone else was performing marvelously well. We were up a full player by the last 2 players on each team. And then we send in Mr. R versus Komorakiri. Mr. R versus Komorakiri. Mr. R was owning. He was owning. Sheik versus Cloud is a hard matchup for Cloud. He loses versus Sheik. So what did Mr. R do? He got outplayed the rest of his stock. I'm almost done. He got outplayed for most of his stock, and then lost the first stock, and then he got up air finishing touched at like 30. And we would go on to lose that crew battle by 1 or 2 stocks. So every time I talk to Mr. R, I make sure to remind him of how he scammed me out of $1,000 by throwing the crew battle and losing a +2 matchup. And yeah, I hate that guy, basically. Reflecting on Smash 4 has commended you as Unk status. Listen, we all know I'm Unk, bro. It's old news at this point. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know any memorable crew battles that you remember or any that you want to see. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. And chat, I actually have to go today. I have an appointment that I have to go make that I forgot about. So I have to leave. Tomorrow, Silksong comes out. So, no Bonanza today. I'm sorry. Maybe Silksong tomorrow. Or maybe Bonanza. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Take it easy, guys. Till tomorrow.